Hey guys, every once in a while a lock comes in the lock lab that just drives me crazy. I can't tell you how many hours and attempts I made on DarkSim905's lock here, and total failure. I got absolutely nothing out of it. Like I said, I had it for several months. About a month ago, I emailed him and he said something about some secret alien technology. He didn't give me any hints, but he told me that if I hadn't opened it by then, I probably wasn't going to. Quite honestly, it looks very innocent. I gave up, by the way. I went ahead, there are plugs in the top of this, they're threaded, I pulled them all out, and I had to know what was in it. From the looks, it doesn't look too spectacular. It's a regular Schlage lock, or it appears that way. The only difference, when you look in the top, I noticed there was an extra hole. And by the way, he's threaded these, there's cap screws, and that's how I was able to finally get into it. But there's an extra hole. He's gone to the trouble, and it's, unless you count them, it's so professionally done you really wouldn't know that it's unusual. No butchering or anything. It looks like it belongs there. So 7 pins. But you know what? That's not all the technology that went in here. Let's take a look at the pinning, because this is where the alien technology really comes in. When I popped it open, see if I can pick it up without causing a detonation. Let's take a look. The pin number 1, you'll notice that we have an extra key pin in the top, and all he is to create a tremendous amount of pressure. It's a strong steel spring, and that extra pin is just in there to create extra tension on pin number 1. Hiding behind him on pin number 2, it's a shallow pin. It's a pretty normal driver pin, and we got a really weak brass spring. So literally, you only have to touch that one, and he's yielding. Things really start to get interesting on pin number 3. You'll notice that bottom pin there is not a key pin. It looks like a driver. And they also look like they're steel, and they probably are. Let me put this down, and I'll show you. These pins are like mini super magnets. Just amazing strength between these. They attract each other. They're very difficult to get apart. And if you look closely at that seam, it's a really tight seam. One is the driver, and of course one is the key pin. Just amazing. They do not like to separate, and because of that precise fit between the two of them, you've really got to be on that one to get it to set. They don't want to let you set. They try to, because they attract each other so strongly, it'll lead you to an overset. But you know, that's not the least of our problems. Pin challenge number 4, not too bad on this one. Number 5, not so bad on that one. And then 6 and 7 is where things really get interesting. You'll notice that again we have 2 of these little super magnets that attract each other very strongly, and I couldn't even put this guy over here. Let me see if I can get him off of here. I want to show you how strong the attraction is between these 2 cylinders. Now, remember, when you're trying to pick number 6, number 7 is also being influenced, and he's not even that close to him. It's just amazing the amount of energy that these little magnets put out. So if you're trying to set number 6, number 7 is also being influenced. Likewise, if you're trying to pick number 7, or number 6, number 7 is also being influenced. So you're actually, one is leading the other. I can't even fight this thing. One's leading the other to an overset. So if you get one set, it will overset the other one, and vice versa. Just really devious use of alien technology. DarkSim905, my hat's off to you. This is very creative. You designed this to not only be difficult to pick with the different strengths on the springs, but also with the magnets. I mean, to cause them to interact with each other through the brass core, to me, it's just an amazing amount of creativity. I commend you for it. Anyway, fellas, if you get an offer from DarkSim905 to send you a challenge lock, don't take it. Total defeat, guys. Absolutely total defeat. My hat's off to you guys. All right. Thanks for your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.